Hello everybody, good morning to you and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. Yes, it's been a little while, been a couple of weeks since I played this world, but we are back. My name is Vanitas, if you don't already notice by the name above my head or the channel name. But here we are back in this beautiful world and damn, I miss this. The shaders make it look absolutely beautiful. The castle in the background looks sick, and let's equip all of my silly items because yet again I updated the artifacts mod and I still cannot make the accessories invisible, which is slightly annoying, but that is fine. And so yesterday I logged on to check things out, and I remember that I started out on the wall last time. I prepared it to build on, and here's how it's looking. So as I said, I wanted to do something like Mumbo's wall in Hermitcraft season 10, and this is kind of like what I did. I didn't remember exactly how he did it, but this was my take on it. I like this transition between cobblestone and tough, and then I wanted to go from tough to stone or andesite, but that didn't really feel right. And then I tried out smooth basalt, and it kind of looks pretty good. And I feel like adding smooth basalt here on the bottom can set up this area to be like something like a little campfire place with like burned stuff. I don't know, it just kind of gives off that vibe, since it's kind of like a basalt nether block, even though it's found in the overworld, but still. So this episode I'm gonna finish up this wall, so let's just get started on that. I don't have enough smooth basalt to finish all of it, but I can at least do the top part, and let's just get right into building. So the Pokemon Emerald randomized Nuzlocke, long name as always, has been going pretty swell, pretty great. I have been loving playing Pokemon. It is, just such a fun. They're just such fun games. I just love them a lot. And so, it's great. I love Pokemon. I'm sure if you watched at least one of those videos, you like Pokemon as well, hopefully. And yeah, it's just been great. I feel like after I finish Emerald, I'll definitely do other games, other Pokemon games, because they're just so fun. Definitely gonna do Pokemon Platinum next. So, this is a little spoiler, I guess, if you say so, if you think so. I don't know how to phrase that. Okay, these gaps here, I feel like I should be making them a bit bigger, maybe not. Let's just try to make this look nice, because I want it to look natural and cool, I know. So yeah, let's talk about the weather today, because it's been a running theme in my Pokemon videos to talk about the weather, because I like weather. Weather is cool. It's I like talking about weather because how do I phrase this? Because I enjoy good weather. I enjoy a nice and sunny day with the pretty clouds out in the sky. And yeah. So let's add some slabs here as well. So the weather today seems pretty fantastic. I'm quite surprised. The weather app did say there was gonna be some rain, but there was some yesterday, like in the late in the evening, but not a lot. So that was great, because yesterday I went to the gym. I had a lot of fun there, hit legs. Actually went 3 days in a row, which is kinda weird when you think about the fact that I'm doing the upper lower split. If you know a lot about the gym, you probably heard of the upper lower split, but if you haven't, I guess I can try to explain. It's pretty much you hit your upper body where your muscles are on the upper part of your body, and the lower day is where you hit your lower muscles, which is pretty much just legs. So to simplify it all, so yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And usually when I go, do upper body and then lower body, I do like upper lower and then a rest day, because your muscles don't recover fast enough to go do everything again. But this time I went like 3 days in a row. I hit upper lower no, lower upper lower. So because I had plans with a friend to go to the gym, because he's kind of busy on some days with work. Since I'm unemployed currently, it doesn't really matter to me on which days I go. I can go on any days. And since I didn't want to skip that day, because I would be going 3 days in a row, I felt like skipping because of that would be pretty stupid, because I wanted to go with him. So I didn't skip that day. Well, technically wouldn't have been skipping, it would just have been a regular rest day. But I just wanted to, go have a fun workout with him, and we did have a lot of fun hitting legs, talking about stuff, and yeah, it was just a great all-around leg day. Finally hit the leg press in my gym, because it was broken for like 3 weeks. That the gym where I go to, there's another gym on the other side of the city where it wasn't broken, and that leg press is, in my opinion, a bit better. But it is a gym that's very far away. Like, to get there I need to take the bus, and it takes like half an hour for the bus to take me there. Sadly, don't have a car yet, because I don't have a driver's license yet, and for a driver's license I need money, and for money I need a job. Yeah, pretty sad, I know, but that's just how it is. I have been thinking about getting a job. Well, technically I kind of need a job, because now that I'm in college, I'm gonna need a decent amount of money to like buy food. Oops, because I already do need quite a lot of money to sustain my gains, because chicken is expensive nowadays, and sadly nowadays I've stopped buying it, because it just costs too much. It just does cost a bit too much for me, which is kind of sad to say, but I have to end up skipping out on buying chicken, because I just can't afford to like buy it for a lot of days in a row, because pretty much what ends up happening is all of my money ends up being spent on just chicken. So yeah, pretty sounds pretty depressing, I know, but that's just how it is right now, low key. But it's all right. I guess it's all right. I've been eating burritos with ham and cheese in them. I've been enjoying those. They're pretty tasty, and they don't have the worst macros. So yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking about being employed, being busy. So I went to the gym with my friend, had a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow as well with my friends. Don't know who's exactly coming with me, because all of the time someone like gets busy because of something, and like is busy at some certain time. Like me personally, I like going to the gym in the morning. I don't mind going like later in the day at like, I don't know, 5 p.m., but usually I prefer going to the gym at like 11 a.m., 10 a.m., even if that's kind of how it fits better, because sometimes me or some of my friends, they got like some business to tend to in the day, and they want to go a bit earlier at like 10 a.m. so that they finish earlier. And I'm completely fine with that, and I don't mind it, because either way I don't really go to sleep that late, because I do end up scrolling like TikTok or some BS on my phone a bit, but I end up getting pretty sleepy. Last night I was just listening to music, looking through like Pinterest and stuff, and man, I found a really cool song. It's called Window by Sundots, and I'd suggest you go listen to it because I don't know, I have like when I listened to that song, it felt like I was taken back to like I don't know, 7 years ago, to when I was a freaking middle school kid running around with my friends outside, and it just felt really, really nostalgic listening to that song. Really enjoyed it. It was just, I don't know, it was just a beautiful song, pretty much. So, yeah, I like going to the gym earlier in the morning. I don't mind going later, but the reason is, and the most important reason, is because when you go to the gym later during the day, sometimes, well, not sometimes, pretty much after 3 p.m., once like, I don't know, 3:30 p.m. hits. What the hell? Someone's blasting music outside. Once like 3:30 p.m. hits, there are just so many people in the gym that is just unbearable. Like, before school ended, before summer hit, and I was going to the gym after school. Let's say my lessons ended at like 2 p.m. I go to the gym, and there's just not that many people. It's like a decent amount at that time. Got a decent amount of people coming to the gym at that time at 2 p.m. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But then once like 3 p.m. rolls around, people start coming in more and more, and like by the time it's like 3:30 p.m., there's just so many people that it's like hard to get like a machine or like a place to to do something, and it's just so annoying. I just hate that. I hate how crowded it gets, and like it's just so hard to like work out in that kind of environment. And in the morning there's like not a lot of people, like I don't know, a max of like 10 people, which is just great. You can have a fun workout without having to worry about the fact that there's gonna be 50 people lined up at the next machine you want to do. So yeah, I just really, really enjoy that environment where there's just not a lot of people. You have a fun time working out, and usually at that time, I meet a couple of acquaintances from the gym. They're like older gym monks that I kind of know, and it's fun having a chat with them. And yeah, it's just great going to the gym earlier in the morning. Much more preferred to me than going later. And if I do go at like I don't know, 6, not 6 but like 5 p.m. 6 is kind of a bit late. Like 5 p.m., if I go at that time, it's usually to the gym on the other side of the city, because that gym is like 3 times bigger than the one that I go to that's closer to my home. And yeah, that gym is just, even if at those times there's a lot of people, because that gym is just so much bigger, it doesn't matter that much, because there's many more machines. Like, there are twice as many machines as there are in my gym. For example, let's say I don't know, cables are like hard to get sometimes when there's a lot of people in the gym, and that gym has like, I don't know, 10 different cables, while my gym has like, I don't know, like 4 5 cables, which is not a lot, but I mean it gets the job done. But as I said, when a lot of people get to the gym, and it just gets rough, it gets rough. So yeah, as I've finished yapping about the gym here, guess I could share a few more thoughts about it. But Yeah, the wall's coming around. I messed up what I was wanting to say there. The wall is coming along pretty great. Let's add some roots here, you know, pointed dripstone. Learned this from Mumbo Jumbolio. Yeah, pointed dripstone makes for a great like root looking block. I feel like there's kind of too much dripstone, but like I don't really mind it. I don't know what kind of other block I could use for that type of vibe, you know. It's kind of like got this rocky texture with the granite and dirt kind of matches. You know what I'm saying? Let's add a couple more here of these pointed dripstones. Maybe one here. And maybe a longer one here. Yeah, it just looks like a rocky wall. Yeah, I don't mind that. Now these gaps, I don't know, I kind of don't feel these gaps, you know. I don't want to just cover them with a full block of dirt, but something just feels off. Now I got a good idea on how I can do this. I can use vertical slabs, but I mean, I don't know how those are gonna look. I'm sure it's gonna look great, but like I don't have any grass ones, and I don't know if I place vertical dirt slabs, I don't think grass is gonna grow over them. So let's go grab some grass from the chest in my house and make some vertical slabs. Let's see, 18 should be enough. I'll just keep all of this in my inventory. Wow, this castle, man. This, just the vibe it puts off is so nice. I feel like I would have very much preferred to do it with the, what is it called, pale oak. Yeah, with the, oh, it doesn't go green like that. That doesn't look very great. I mean, it looks fine, but it just doesn't hit the same. I guess I can keep some open, some gaps open, and some closed off with like this. Yeah, I mean, I guess that adds a bit more 3D-ness to it all. Yeah, it looks a bit better. It's kind of mismatched, but that's fine. And then all that's left is the smooth basalt. Now the only way to get smooth basalt is to either craft it from slabs or to smelt regular basalt. But smelting regular basalt is gonna be a bit too tedious and boring for me. So let's go and find a geode. I'm sure I can find it easily on my mini map. Not mini map, just map. So let's go do that. Let's fix up my inventory and then go into this map. And what I can do is do this, and as you can see, I can see multiple of those geodes. Now I wonder if there's like a hole next to my home. If you remember, I went to mine down there, mine stone, when building my original house. I mined a lot of stone here, and I mined a lot of stone when building other stuff. So this is like all chopped up. But down here I have this cave that I went to mine deep slate in. Did I go to mine deep slate here? I don't remember. I did come to mine tough here, but I wonder if there's a geode maybe here somewhere, because I don't want to just go dig down. Oh, look at that, there's some diamonds here. Wait, I messed up the pickaxes. There we go, 14 quick little diamonds. It's not like I really need them. I guess I'll grab this lapis as well, just in case. Well, I probably won't need it either. The only reason I might need any of these is just for building. Maybe like I could make a sextuple diamond beacon and I wouldn't even need that many more, you know, what's it called, diamonds. Yeah, wouldn't even need any. Bro, can I stop messing up what I'm trying to say? I wouldn't even need that much many more diamond blocks for a sextuple beacon, but I would need to kill a lot more withers. So yeah, anyway, I have seen loads of these trial chambers. I haven't explored any of them because I feel like it's kind of cheap for me just seeing them on the map and going to them. I definitely have to explore one of these. I might just do that in the next episode. And I mean, I would take the time to, like, you know, get a map from a cartographer and find them, but like I just see so many on the map. I feel like that's kind of unnecessary. Plus, when I was mining for the diamond beacon, I was mining diamonds. I did find one just naturally. It had like a wall exposed in a cave, so I have found one normally. So anyway, I came here for geodes, so I gotta go that way to a geode. Let's equip torches in my hand so I can see it. What level is it at? Alright, so it's just a bit this way. I can quickly mine to it. I mean, I don't know. This kinda does feel cheap sometimes, but I mean at this point doesn't really matter. I've been playing on this world for so long. It is day 241. Wow. So yeah, 240 days in this world. I've done quite a lot. Not even day 300 yet. And I feel like by day 300 I'll have done quite a lot more. Definitely gonna have to do some stuff with the castle, and I want to do some stuff outside of the castle because I don't want to focus all of my time on that castle. You know, I haven't played this world in like 3 weeks, and one of the things that has been putting off me playing this world is because I just feel too fixated on the castle. I feel overwhelmed, I guess, by it because I don't wanna ignore it because I started building it. I pretty much built the entire castle walls and towers in one episode, but that did take me like 6 days. But I was grinding every day building, and then like I gotta do even more of that. So I just kind of feel put off by it. I don't really wanna spend all of my time in this world just building this castle. So yeah, that's pretty much some of my thoughts here. Let's drop some of these items. I mean, I guess I could keep this. Now I am at the smooth basalt, and now I can use this Ultimine mod to mine it all out. The Ultimine mod does also feel kind of cheap, and I feel kind of guilty using it, but I mean, in the same way, I have been using it for so long that at this point doesn't really matter. It does kind of take away some of the things that I did sort of enjoy in my younger days of playing Minecraft. Let's see, let's look 4 years ago, making like a big build with a lot of materials. Like, it would take me like multiple hours just to collect those materials, and then you go build and it's just fun, you know. Sure, it wasn't like super fun just grinding for hours for, like, I don't know, sand when I was draining a freaking ocean monument, but you know, you just feel the work that you put in, you know. Because now, for example, with that castle that I built, like, the amount of deep slate I needed was insane. I needed like 10 shulker boxes of deep slate, and I gathered all of that deep slate in like half an hour because with this mod. And you know, half an hour with this mod seems kind of a lot because yeah, I could have gathered it even faster. Could have had 10 shulker boxes of the deep slate in like 10 minutes, but I was also grabbing the diamonds that I was finding, because I did find a lot of diamonds because of that deep slate farming. So yeah, I don't know, this mod just does kind of feel cheap to me, but at the same time I just kind of don't imagine myself really playing without it, because it's just so convenient. But it does also take away from like the vanilla aspect of Minecraft, which I enjoy a lot. For example, if I like watch some of my favorite YouTubers like Mumbo Jumbo, for example, you know, in Hermitcraft, they make all these crazy builds and they have to gather those materials by themselves. Now, one advantage that they do have is that they, you know, there's a lot of people on the server and they can do things like go to a shop. You know, they have shops there where they sell items to each other, and you know, that's kind of an advantage. You know, I'm not trying to say anything bad about that. I'm just saying, you know, they have this advantage of having a lot of people on the server. So for example, if you don't want to gather a certain material yourself for a big build, they have these cool shopping districts that they, you know, can shop at. And yeah, it's just very cool. I like that concept as well, you know. So yeah, it either way, someone has to gather those materials. They don't get gathered by themselves. But even, how do I phrase this, they pretty much it's pretty much still like fully vanilla, and they don't do stuff like this where they just freaking farm up a bunch of materials in the matter of minutes and then make a crazy build. You also either have to gather the materials themselves, or they have to buy them from the shops. And you know, it's not like the shops are free. They have to get diamonds and they have to make their own shops. And you know, it's just such a fun concept in my opinion. I really like Hermitcraft and the whole, you know, idea with a lot of content creators and just good Minecraft players in general coming together and creating this big server. I mean, I've always been a fan of it since I was like, I don't know, in 5th grade. Like, it was just such a cool concept in my eyes. I really enjoyed watching it. I even thought I'm gonna join Hermitcraft, but that was kind of a dumb idea, because like, to join Hermitcraft, like, you gotta, you know, play Minecraft. I don't know, pretty much what I had this cool little, well, not cool, just kind of stupid little dream, you know. And it's kind of funny when I think about it now. I pretty much thought that if I can, like, I was gonna ask my mom to buy me a gaming laptop. You know, this was like way back, like 8 years ago. I was in like 4th or 5th grade. I don't know, pretty much it was like around the time when Hermitcraft, like season 5 or 6 was on. No, not 6, season 4 maybe, or 5. So yeah, it was pretty much around that time, and I was like thinking I'm gonna get that, and there was like some sort of like thing, like I don't know, I think Mumbo had like a Patreon, Mumbo Jumbolio, and he was talking about something, and I like probably just misinterpreted it, and I thought that if like you donate to the Patreon, you can like potentially become a member of the Hermitcraft server. And I thought if I donate to it after I get my laptop, I can like join Hermitcraft. It was like a silly idea. I don't know how I came to that conclusion. Like, it was pretty silly of me, but you know, it's kind of funny I thought that that's how it might go. But yeah, obviously that's not what would have happened. But yeah, it's I don't know how to finish up like this side. It's kind of feels like feels weird in this spot. Maybe I should like just place some blocks here and then add more of these. Add this maybe, and then I put away everything in here. Grab some slabs as well. Add this slab. Wait, what? Oh, that was already a slab. Yeah, let's make this a block and then a slab. Then a slab here. And maybe just like some pointed dripstone here and here. Oh, this can't have any. Just here and oh, that's also a slab. Well, no, I think that's it. I think that's the wall done. How long have we been doing this? 30 minutes. Wow. Well, that was a pretty... Well, actually, it's not that long of a build even. It's kind of, you know, expected a decent build like this with a lot of texturing. Taking half an hour, but damn, look at this. This looks sick. Now, I kind of want to add some sort of lighting to it without making it ugly. I don't want to just spam torches. So best way is to add moss carpets. Now, the thing is, I can add moss carpets at the bottom, but I can't add any inside the actual wall, so I need to think of a way to like light it up. I guess I can use like lanterns. It's like at the bottom there, I'll just put some moss carpets with glowstone under, and it will be fine like in these spots here. Also, let's do something. I can make this beacon into haste too, actually, because I feel like that would be a bit more useful when building rather than freaking speed. Now speed is also useful. I can run around fast, shocker. But what I'm trying to say is sorry, I just lost my train of thought there. What I'm trying to say is that haste is a bit more useful when it comes to building. Let's just add a bunch of glowstone everywhere here, so it's all nicely lit, and then I can see how it looks and try to add some lights in the actual wall itself to like not make it too dark, because I don't want mobs to spawn in the wall. That would be a bit annoying. Right, we got a bunch of moss carpets. Dude, moss is just such a crazy block. Such a savior, honestly. Like, such a good addition to the game, in my opinion. Alright. Damn. Alright, I like that lighting there. I feel like any lighting in the wall itself isn't even necessary. Could add like a little... I got a cool idea. Could add a little... Bro, can I can I stop like messing up my wards? I mean, it's not easy to not mess up the wards, you know. Let's make a little fence and add... Oh, that is not gonna work properly. Add one like... Wait, are these all slabs? No. These are not all slabs. Add like a lantern here. That's gonna look nice. And then like a little... No, a fence there wouldn't look good. Just a lantern here. And then a fence post here. And just one lantern in this corner. And now we can take a step back. Hashtag ski mask. And let's see. Okay, wow. This is such a nice wall, man. I'm just proud of it, honestly. I'm just proud of it. It looks cool, and I don't even think I need to go for any like kind of burnt vibe here. I feel like this basalt just blends in nicely. And yeah, wow, that's like the wall done. Now let's go quickly fix up my inventory, because currently it is a big mess. But yeah, let's take a little look from the sky. Wow, that wall looks sick, man. That looks so nice. I'll just have to fix up this grass here, and then I'll be able to finish this tower, because I didn't add like this part at the bottom, this thingy like here and here. But yeah, that's gonna be like pretty much the exterior of the castle done, and I'm gonna have to start working on the interior at some point. As I said, I don't wanna dedicate my entire life to this one castle. This is gonna be a big world, and I still got so much to do in this world. Like this is what the what? Did I just pick up that chest? Dude, how does that even work? What mod even does that? I just just picked up the chest. Thought there was like a visual bug where the chest disappeared, but then I noticed that I was kind of like slow, so I connected the dots. Because I know some mod does that, but I didn't even think that I had one of those mods. Now, where do you think dripstone fits the most? I feel like here, with like the granite and stuff. Also, I need a mod that lets you sort out your inventory and chests. Like, you press a button and it sorts everything. Because in my backpack there is a sort items button, but in my inventory and chests, sadly, there aren't any of those options. And I remember having that available with like some sort of mod and other mod packs I've played, but like I thought it was like one of the mods. What is it called? Let's find it here. Oh, carry on. Yeah, this is the mod that allowed me to pick up chests. So yeah, bro, I'm stupid. I added that mod, is what I meant to say. No, I don't think the mod will show up here. Pretty much like mouse tweaks, I think, is the name of the mod. And I thought that mod I've said mod like 20 times in the last 10 seconds. I thought that mod will give me the ability to do those things, like sort my inventory with a press of a single button, which would be incredibly useful for situations like this chest, for example. With a single button everything would be sorted, but now it's just a big mess. Let's put away my shulker box in this ender chest. Make sure to use my silk touch pickaxe, and now I think my inventory is fully fixed up. Just gotta sort out my hand. I think that's the correct order. Yep, got 2 sticks. I can just put them with all the other sticks. I got 1 excess torch. Alright, everything's nice and sorted. The video's at 38 minutes, which is quite a lot of time. And if you may have noticed, at least I have, is that I have been talking for this entire video, and I'm not gonna make any cuts in this video. Why? Because I don't want to edit that much. I kind of feel lazy after like making the Pokemon Let's Play, after starting it and after doing the episodes. I've just found so much more comfort in just yapping the whole episode and just not cutting out a lot of stuff, because I feel like that's just much more enjoyable to me. Like, as I've talked about, like a lot of the YouTubers who I watch, I like them because they just yap and they don't do like some crazy editing crap. But you know, I also don't mind editing. Like, for example, in the Pokemon Let's Play, I do gotta like tweak stuff, like add for example, gym badges to the overlay, and then switch out like my Pokemon when I lose one of them, or when I replace them, you know. But yeah, also think this Minecraft video I'm gonna upload after the 9th and 10th episode of my my Pokemon Let's Play, because I I have already recorded those. I did that like 3 days ago. I just haven't edited them because I had forgotten to even upload episode 8 that I finished, but I uploaded it, think not yesterday, but on the 2nd of September, so it's uploaded, done and dusted, and I'm going into the nether, and hopefully my game doesn't crash. Now let's check this. Did I mark it? Let's see. Which is the button? Which is bro. What is it called? Waypoints. Waypoints. Toggle all waypoints is K. Good Fortress. There we go. Do I even have fireworks? Only one stack. Alright, that's... Yo! Relax. I don't have a lot of fireworks because I don't have any paper, bro. Alright, let's fly to the fortress, and pretty much that's gonna be all for this episode. As I'm flying to this fortress, I built that cool wall. Pretty much gonna be the main theme of this video, building the wall and yapping. Pretty much the only thing I did this episode. And yeah, it was fun being back in this world. I enjoyed building the wall. I think it turned out great. And I'm excited for the future of this world, pretty much what I'm trying to say. And as I'm heading to this fortress, thank you guys for watching. Also, let's mention why I'm heading to the fortress. It's because I just hit that flying platform. Because I want to farm up some wither skulls. I'm an idiot. I want to farm up some wither skulls so that I can kill some withers, and if I kill some withers, I'll have some more beacons, as well as I'll be able to perhaps get some of those cool swords that I talked about in the last episode, because in the settings, you know, tweaked some stuff so that it would be actually possible for me to get those swords, and now it is a like 20% chance to get one of those swords. I don't know, I might tweak it a little again, make it like a 33% chance to get a sword from the wither, or like even a 50. Like, I mean, those swords, they're good. They're not, well, they could be considered as kind of OP, but like for the sake of like content and for the sake of being interesting and for the sake of actually using that mod, I want to actually get some of those swords, because normally in this mod it's set to 5% as default from a wither, and like even getting the materials to fight a wither is so tedious. So if it was a 1 in 20 chance to get one of those swords, it would just be boring. So I'm just gonna make it so that it's like, I don't know, 50% or like 33%. So it's like a 1 in 3 or a 1 in 2 chance. Because if I can't even get those swords, I won't even be able to make any fun content with them and show off this mod. Because I really enjoyed this mod when I played on my own in the past, and I like want to show that to you guys as well. So yeah, I kind of rambled on about that, but yeah, also gonna like probably go do some exploring to maybe try to find some of those swords. But yeah, next episode is gonna be about killing withers and getting these cool swords with cool effects, and maybe we'll be able to get something sick, you know. So yeah, and that's gonna be all for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys a lot. You know, my recent videos haven't been getting too many views, but I guess that's just because I've been doing some Pokemon videos. After all, this channel was mainly for Minecraft, so hopefully I'll be able to have some returning viewers because of this video. So if you've returned or if you're new here, thank you for watching. I love you. Please like the video. I mean, that would be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment if you're a cool person, and if you want to perhaps be named after one of my Pokemon in my Pokemon Let's Play, and subscribe to not miss any episodes of the series. So yeah, pretty much that's all, and goodbye.